FHA Employment Requirement. What you must know before you apply for an FHA mortgage loan. Another blessed day in South Florida. I'm Getchin Sherry, founder of Home Snatch Realty, and I thank you for your continued support. If this is your first time visiting this channel, I welcome you and I thank you for watching. On this channel, I answer all real estate related questions. Whether you are looking to buy, sell, lease, or manage your real estate property, I strive to make this channel your hub for everything related to real estate. So if real estate is something that you are interested in, please subscribe and click on the bell to be notified when I post the latest videos. And also please share, like, comment, and yes, crush the like button because it helps with YouTube's algorithm. In this video, I focus on the guidelines concerning employment history for qualification for an FHA insured loan. Per the guideline, you must have a 2-year work history. However, the guidelines provides exceptions to this rule that allows you to buy your home without the necessary 2-year requirement. According to FHA guidelines, your lender must verify your employment history for 2 years. Your lender must verify your employment with your current employer. Your lender must verify that your current job is stable and likely to continue. But your lender may also approve your loan even if you do not have the 2 years employment history, if the lender can verify that you meet these exceptions. I'll mention the exceptions shortly. If you have not been employed at your current job for at least 2 years, your lender must contact your prior employer. And if you've held multiple jobs, more than 3 in the previous 12 months, your lender must verify that your current employer, that your current position and income are stable. If in the past 2 years you've held multiple jobs, they do not have to be in the same field. But if you have a gap in your employment for more than 1 month, you may provide a letter with a reasonable, verifiable explanation for the gap. In other words, your lender must be able to verify your reason for any gaps longer than 1 month in your employment. If you have a gap in your employment, the lender must verify you were fully employed for 2 years before the gap in your employment began. Also, you must have been fully employed for 6 months preceding before the FHA case number was assigned to your mortgage application. Additionally, FHA guidelines provide exceptions to the 2-year employment requirement for FHA insured loan. However, your lender may find it unacceptable if you simply took a break from work and or failed to find employment for an extended period of time. So what are the exceptions? Well, the following exceptions are acceptable for the lender if the lender can verify them. Number 1, if you are self-employed, FHA guidelines require that you have a full 2-year history with your current business. But if you were employed in the same field of your business before starting your own business, your lender may grant you an exception. Number 2, if you were on active duty service, active military service, you must provide documentation for your active military service, such as your DD-214. Number 3, if you were a full-time student, you must provide a copy of your college transcripts. Number 4, if you had a medical condition that prevented you from being employed, you may provide a letter from your physician detailing the condition, the medical condition that prevent you from working, whether it was with or without disability income benefits. Number 5, if in the past 2 years you stayed home to raise your children, you can get an exception to the 2-year work history rule. However, lenders may not grant you an exception if your work stoppage was for more than 2 years. Generally, FHA approve the exceptions, as I mentioned above. If your circumstances allow for one or more of these exceptions, then your FHA lender may be able to approve your FHA insured mortgage loan. Nonetheless, I recommend that you talk to a lender, your lender, to discuss your specific circumstances. Now, if you find this video informative, please subscribe and click on the bell to be notified when I post the latest videos. I greatly appreciate your continued support. As always, I thank you for watching and have a blessed and wonderful, productive day. Thank you.